call me Mystic Mac because I predict these things.
Melissa Martinez takes on Fatima Kline this Saturday to open up the prelims of UFC Fight Night Nashville, Tennessee. And this is a good fight. You know, Melissa Martinez has a good record, 8-1. She's 27 years old, 5'2", with a 66-inch reach, taking on Fatima Kline, who's 7-1. She's 24 years old, 5'6", with a 67-inch reach. So Fatima Kline going to be 4 inches taller and have a 1-inch reach advantage. So going to be the bigger fighter in there, younger. Very similar records between these two, but I do think Fatima Kline gets this one done. I just think she's very dangerous everywhere this fight goes. I think she's got really good boxing, but has elite grappling. She's a high-level black belt. She trains out of Silver Fox BJJ up in New York. She trains with Aaron Blanchfield. I believe they're training partners. Both of them have very high-level submission ability on the ground. And Melissa Martinez, I think she's kind of like, she's just kind of frail. I just don't see her having much significance in her striking. I don't see her having a lot of much threat, to be honest, to Fatima Kline anywhere this fight goes. I think Fatima Kline is gonna look to kind of land her strikes on the feet, but eventually get it to the ground and expose Melissa Martinez in this one. I was watching Melissa Martinez's fight against Alice Ardelean. She won that by decision, which is, that's good. But Alice Ardelean, I just don't think she's the most technical fighter in the world. Recently had that win over Dos Santos, but very 50-50, kind of more of just a power puncher, kind of wings punches, whereas, Fatima Kline, I think she's a little bit more technical, a little bit more cerebral and well-rounded. And, Melissa Martinez had the loss to Elise Reed, which isn't a great look. Got dropped early, got dropped badly in that fight in round 1. And before that, has some wins over some fighters on the regional scene, but 5-1, 3-2, 3-2, a lot of 3-2s, 0-1s, 0-0s. If you're losing to Elise Reed and not finishing Alice Ardelean, I think Fatima Kline is gonna get you out of there. She had a lot of Fatima Kline had a lot of hype coming into her UFC debut, but she took that on short notice, up a weight class against Jasmine Jasudavicius, and we know in hindsight now how good Jasmine Jasudavicius is. She had that loss to Tracy Cortez and Natalia Silva. She also lost to Elise Reed on the regional scene, but by split decision, so you could argue that she won that fight. But outside of losing to elite fighters in Cortez and Natalia Silva, she's beating Miranda Maverick, Gabriela Fernandez, and recently on a 5-fight winning streak, including Fatima Kline. So beat Jessica Andrade, Mayra Buena Silva, former champ, former title challenger. So no real shame in that loss. She didn't get finished. She was just kind of outsized in that one, and when you're outsized and taking a fight on short notice against somebody like Jasmine Jasudavicius, who just has very good wrestling herself, very good pressure and cardio, like, I can excuse that loss. But came in against Victoria Dudakova and just really dominated that fight and got the TKO on the ground in the second round. And that's kind of how I see this fight going. I think Fatima Kline's going to be able to potentially hurt her on the feet, but more than likely use her striking to get this fight to the ground, where she just got ferocious ground and pound. I think she can TKO Melissa Martinez on the ground, or bide her time, wait for her openings and get the submission win. But I do think Fatima Kline gets this one done by finish. Thanks.